to me, when I bumped into you, I listened to a couple of your joints and your beats are very you got soulful beats. You got you know what I mean. You kind of remind me of like the Alchemist kind of like you know what I'm saying. Is he kind of like a inspiration to your
Yeah,
Because even when you spit too, I kind of hear like
Alchemist is definitely one of my favorite producers. Muggs, it's a lot of producers.
him too.
RZA, you know what I'm saying. So it's definitely I've been, you know what I'm saying. I was influenced by a lot of producers, basically, because when I started, like I said, rapping, and then I started making beats, it was obviously you start thinking of your favorite producers, and you start making beats similar, but then at the same time, over time, you start trying to get your own sound, basically. You know what I'm saying? But you're always gonna be influenced by the greats. So shout out to them, man. Alchemist is definitely one of the greats, one of the goats. Word up.
So when you think you like for yourself, like when you think you started like finding your sound?
Over the COVID period, like you know what I'm saying, that's when I really started getting crazy, like right when COVID hit. Because I was basically like telling myself, damn, I gotta. You said my studio nice. My studio wasn't always nice like that. I had some equipment, you know what I'm saying, in the room, but it was some shoddy equipment, and it was just I was getting by basically. So I was like, yo, I gotta step my game up. I gotta get some official equipment. And literally right when I started doing it, the COVID thing hit. So we was pretty much on lockdown. So now I got a new studio that I just did. We locked in the crib basically, and I just started like
cooking.
just cooking basically. Word up, every day cooking, and like over time, you just start picking up I guess what they say a sound. And
Yeah, because you know how this underground rap, this whole scene is,
yeah,
and like I say, as far as like new faces of producers, I feel like you over the last 2-3 years you really made a name for yourself. And to me, the eye opener that was for me, and I honestly don't remember when we first crossed paths. Cause it's crazy because we always in the same room with each other, like at shows.
I think it was at Special's album release,
Okay.
one of his album releases.
Okay.
Word up.
Yeah. So definitely, matter of fact, I know I seen you before that. I seen you at the Chelsea Music Hall joint with Graf and
Oh yeah,
that was
that's right.
before that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I seen you before
right.
that. But
That's right.
yeah, I was always tapped in, and I like and my bro Cortez. You do the album. We did an album with Cortez.
Yes.
Yeah, I seen
this
that.
year
Yeah.
That was
at the
dope,
start of this year.
yes, dope album, super dope album,
Yeah,
and to
Filthy
me,
Karma.
that was Cortez's best project to me. Like,
Yeah, man,
like,
we
as far
definitely.
as sound quality, how polished it sound, you brought something out of Core to me that I'm like, yo, it's Core. That's it right there. You stick with that because it's a whole, as you know, like it's a whole lane for that.
Shout out to the bro Cortez, man, because when I first started getting into like producing for other artists, he was one of the first artists I produced for. I produced on his first album. I think I did. I think I did 2 joints on there. From the bottom and Smokers with Doza. Shout out to the bro Doza. So like we already was starting to build that chemistry, and then on his second album, I did like almost half the album on Resolutions too. So I was already telling bro like we got to do a whole album, cause that's my thing. I want to do whole albums. Like I don't mind producing like a joint or two on the mixed production joint, but my thing is I want to like produce a whole album, lock in with the artist. That's why I built the studio, and that's what I do for myself. Like on my projects, I pretty much produce my whole projects. So it's like I want to do the same thing with artists. So we have already built that chemistry. So it was like, yo, bro, we gotta lock in. So I finally got him to lock in at the beginning of the year. We started cooking. It didn't take us much either, but I knew what bro's capable of already, so it was like, yeah, I just got to come with some ill production, and I know bro's just gonna go crazy, and that's exactly what he did.